Welcome back. In this video, we will be discussing the rest of the features of the Flex version of our software. The topics we will be covering include a more in-depth look at the grid view, locking tables in the new active waitlist, and finally a secondary way of taking reservations. In video 1, we left off at the grid view, where you can see all of your reservations laid out before you. For instance, the Sarah Janofsky party is reserved at 6 o'clock and her reservation extends to 8 o'clock. This is because we have programmed in a 2-hour turn time for parties of 4 at this sample restaurant. This is the default turn time, but you can change the turn times for an individual party whenever you like. In order to do so, just double-click on the reservation to bring up the reservation window. Once you're in there, you will see the turn time box just to the right of the table number, and you can adjust that for that individual reservation. Doing so will change when this table will be available for the next reservation. When the software looks for a reservation now, it looks for two things. Number one, is there a table available or a combination of tables available that can accommodate the party size requested? And number two, has the pacing, or the amount of guests that can make a reservation in a 15-minute window, been exceeded? If you take a look at the grid here, there is a long gray bar at the 7:30 time. The pacing for this sample restaurant is set to 25 guests every 15 minutes. There is a 25 top at 7:30 p.m. So, no more reservations can be made online or through the reserve view at that time. You will also see a little chain link next to the name Sean Cook on each of the tables that this large party is occupying. This means that these tables are linked together for the combination. Now let's head back to the floor view. Since table assignments can change frequently in Flex, we need a way to communicate when a reservation needs to keep its assignment. There is a simple function that makes this much easier, the lock table function. In our sample restaurant, you will see that the Junji Harlow party is coming in at 6 p.m. By taking a look at the res notes and guest codes down in the bottom of the screen, we can see that he is a VIP and prefers table 41. In order to ensure that he gets that table, you can highlight his reservation, click the Options button, and then click Lock Table. This will make it so that if anyone attempts to reassign his reservation, they will be prompted to unlock the reservation before doing so. Here's the lock table function in action. And once the move is complete, you will see a little padlock shows up next to the number 41, indicating that that reservation is now locked. The system is designed to make sure there are no overlaps at all. When you move reservations around and accidentally create overlaps on a specific table, the system will prompt you and offer to move the other reservation for you. For instance, the Rashid Ullah party is currently assigned to go to table 63 at 6:30. The Dylan Herzog party is assigned to go to table 64 at 6:30 as well. If we were to move the Ullah party to table 64 and create an overlap with the Herzog party, a prompt will pop up offering to move the Herzog party for us to make space for the Ullah party. Click the Move button and it'll do it for you. These prompts can be turned on or off at your discretion. You can find more information in the next video on how to accomplish this task. In the new software, when you add a guest to the waitlist, it now takes up table inventory. This is to prevent individuals from being able to book last-second reservations and take up the space that you are saving for your waitlisted parties. We call this the active waitlist. Also, when you want to take a reservation and you know exactly which table you would like to go to, you can use the Make Res key. This allows you to accomplish two tasks. Number one, book a reservation directly upon the requested table, and number two, book beyond your pacing number. If you remember, we are full on the reserve key at 7:30 p.m. because of the 25 top that is due in at that time. If you would like to book beyond that number, you can take that reservation easily using the Make Res key. Just click on the button, choose your time and party size, and then click on the table you would like to assign the reservation to. Now just take the reservation as normal. As a final note, it is important to know that when you use the block table function in the new software, this hinders the availability that you will show online and on the reserve key. You no longer have to block tables in order to save space for reservations. Once you have assigned reservations to their tables, this removes them from your inventory for the duration of their turn time. This concludes video 2. Please join us in video 3 for an in-depth look at the admin functions and how to change your settings.